Look, man, when are y'all gonna wake up? Stop fucking arguing with me over shit that you know I'm right about. I'm always right. I'm always right in my videos. I don't bullshit. I don't lie. I'm very neutral and objective. Now, go and listen to a video with the Disco Inferno and my boy Conan on Keep It 100. Now, I posted a video 2 days ago about why CM Punk's AEW run has been a fucking failure. My main points in that video was, if he is a legend, if he's a star, if he's being paid millions of dollars, why is he facing low-level guys that nobody knows? If he's a draw, why is he facing Danny Garcia? Why is he facing Hobbs? Why is he facing Darby Allin? Nobody knows these guys. You are devaluing your fucking name by wrestling underneath guys. And guess what? Go and listen to fucking Conan and Disco Inferno. They posted that video, I think, a couple hours ago, like last night. They said the same fucking thing that I said. Will y'all please don't disrespect me? I know about this wrestling game. I got Eric Bischoff saying the same thing. I'm fucking telling you. I told you the demos don't mean shit. Then I made a video and I played where Eric Bischoff says the demos don't mean shit. Come on, man. Disco Inferno been in wrestling for 20-something fucking years. Same as Conan. How come they said the same thing I said after my fucking video? That means I know about wrestling. I know CM Punk is fucking ruining himself by facing underneath guys. And yes, my boy Conan and fucking Disco Inferno, they said he's facing underneath guys. They said underneath. That's what I said. Come on, man. I said, why is CM Punk facing guys we don't know? Nobody cares. Nobody is going to watch you. They said the same thing I said, word for word. My videos have tons of credibility. I've been watching wrestling since 1992. So don't question my knowledge about wrestling. 1992, that's a long time. 1992 is a long fucking time to watch wrestling. So what I said about CM Punk, everything I said about CM Punk has fucking came true. I said he wasn't a draw. I said don't pay attention to that 1.1 that he drew in his debut on fucking Rampage. And now look where we at. We have 400,000 now. We are at 600K views on Rampage. What did I tell you? I said he is not a draw. And guess what? He ain't drawing. And now he's facing Evan Bourne next week. Punk, what are you doing? You're fucking facing Evan Bourne. Nigga, nobody want to watch that match 10 years ago. What makes you think niggas are trying to watch that match now? Huh? Like, what are you doing? Just like what Conan said, just like what I said, you are devaluing your name facing mid-card guys that nobody knows. Like I said, go on YouTube, listen to that video, and come back and listen to my video where I said this is why CM Punk has had a terrible run in AEW. It's the same video, really. They said the exact same thing I said about CM Punk. So don't call me a hater if Conan and fucking Inferno are telling you the same thing about CM Punk's run in AEW. I'm not a hater. I'm not trying to get clicks and views. I'm trying to get the word out. I'm trying to get my point across. But let's get back to what this video is really about. We need to stop emphasizing long matches. You see, I'm old school. I don't believe in long matches with no feuds or no stories involved. I feel like that's a waste of energy. That's a waste of the crowd's energy. And the person I blame is, I would say Kenny Omega, and Ring of Honor. And here's why. In this new generation of wrestling, there's no more Iron Man matches that are 60 minutes, right? Now, all of the Iron Man matches today are only half an hour now. Go back to Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. That match was like half an hour, right? Compared to Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, which was 1 hour. So they have cut down the Iron Man matches to half an hour in this new generation of wrestling. This is why it's pointless to have long matches. It should only be saved for pay-per-views and big money feuds. And here's what I mean. If Iron Man matches today are only half an hour, then how come Kenny Omega's matches are half an hour? Dude, you are devaluing Iron Man matches because you are having all your matches are basically Iron Man matches without it being called Iron Man matches. Let this sink in. Daniel Bryan versus Kenny, right? That match was a regular standard match. It was an Iron Man match, but in hindsight, the match was longer than a traditional Iron Man match. That is a problem. What's the point of having a fucking Iron Man match if all of your matches last just as long, if not longer, than a regular Iron Man match? It means you are devaluing what it is to have an Iron Man match because all your matches are just as long as an Iron Man match. So when we have it, it's not a big deal because all your matches are just as fucking long any fucking way. So what's the point? Iron Man matches should be special. It should be for feuds only, blood feuds. Ring of Honor and Kenny Omega, New Japan, they devalued what it is to have long matches. Now it's like, shit, they have brainwashed the audience. Because now everybody wants a long match, but I'm old school. I don't believe in long matches, and both of you guys don't have no story to tell. What am I watching here? For example, last night, I was watching Mike Bennett versus Jonathan Gresham. And, nigga, the match was like 40 minutes. 40 minutes with multiple commercial breaks. Are you fucking kidding me? And guess what? They shook hands after the match was over. I'm like, bruh, why are you having a 40-minute match with a guy you don't hate? Why are you having a 40-minute match with a guy you have no beef with, you're not feuding with? What's the point? You're just chain wrestling for fucking 40 minutes? What do you get out of that? Nothing. Nobody gets over. It's a match that we will forget by next week. So what's the point, man? You can't have, all your matches can't be long because that devalues all your matches. That devalues all your special matches. I'll blame Omega. Y'all think he's a top guy, right? Okay, how is he a top guy if he takes 25 minutes to beat Joey Janela? Okay. Can you imagine Joey fucking Janela having a 25-minute match with Roman Reigns? Y'all compare him to Reigns, right? Kenny is an awful storyteller. Awful. He's awful. You know why? Um, let's just say this. Kenny Omega is so obsessed with his art, with his matches, with his matches, right? He's so obsessed with his art. This nigga would have a 40-minute match with Orange Cassidy. He don't care. So why should I take you seriously as a top guy if it takes you 25 minutes to beat Joey Janela? You see what I mean? Wrestling is about psychology. Why should I take you seriously if all your matches are 25 minutes and it don't matter who it is with? You see what I'm saying? That's fucking stupid. This dude had an Iron Man match with Pac, right? And guess what? I didn't watch. What's the point? The match was half an hour, right? But what's the point? How was that an Iron Man match when all of Omega's matches are actually longer than that? In hindsight, all his matches are fucking Iron Man matches. Who gives a fuck? See, he has devalued Iron Man matches. All his matches last for fucking 40 minutes. 25 minutes to 40 minutes. So when you have an Iron Man match, why should I care? What makes this match more special than all of your other matches that last longer? You see what I'm saying? You were only supposed to have long matches in feuds and pay-per-views. So I'm saying, it's like, Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels had this problem. In fact, the guys on a roster hated when Shawn Michaels had long matches. See, some of y'all fans need to look at it from a wrestler's perspective. That's how I look at matches. What if you was on the same card as Kenny fucking Omega, and you were supposed to have a 10-minute match, but Kenny Omega, this dude went 10 minutes over his match. More. Which means he actually cut off time from your match after his. That's an issue. Stop looking at things from a fan's perspective. Look at things from a wrestler's perspective. I'm going to be pissed the fuck off if Kenny Omega has a 40-minute match and it shaves off time from my match that I rehearsed all week. You see what I'm saying? It's not always a good thing to have long matches that don't mean shit. See, some of y'all complain about what's the name? Liv Morgan and Tony Storm having a 2-minute. No, it was Storm and Vega. They had a 2-minute match. Nigga, who cares? They have no story to tell to have a long match. They are not getting behind Tony Storm at the moment, but her time will come. It's not her time yet. Live to fight another week. Live to fight another day. She will have her time eventually. All her matches don't gotta be 10, 20 minutes, man. Nobody wants to see long matches that mean nothing. If they're not getting behind Tony Storm right now as we speak, then she shouldn't have long matches. If the company is giving you a push or is trying to get behind you, then it's understandable to have long matches, 10, 15 minutes, so the crowd can get to know you. Just like Bianca Belair. All her matches are like 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes or longer. Because the company is getting behind her. She's a big money player now. We care about her now. So yes, people are paying to see her. So yes, she should have long matches, right? To please the fans because we want to see her. Nobody's paying to see Tony Storm at the moment, but eventually we are, but not now. Once the company gets behind her, she will have longer matches. It's patience. Every match don't gotta be long. Like, I hate when niggas say, oh man, if they would have gave Cesaro and Finn Balor 10 more minutes, they would have tore the house down. Nigga, fuck you, man. Take your work rate bullshit out of here. They have no story to tell to have a long match. It's the first round of the King of the Ring. It ain't that serious. Why do people jerk off to long matches? I don't get it. It don't draw. It puts people to sleep. By the way, now I understand Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart had a great match, right? They're long ass I think it was back in night 6. They had a long ass Iron Man match, and guess what? It was great. But guess what? Every time I try to go back and watch, I fall asleep. Nigga, it's too long. It's 1 hour of chain wrestling, rest holds. It's like, yeah, they have some cool spots in the match, but I have a very low attention span. I can't sit through a long 1 hour match. And guess what? Their match had a fucking story. I knew why they were fighting, but still, it was long. It's like wrestling don't excite me like that. Wrestling does not excite me. The build-up in the story and the promos, that gets me excited to care about the match. But even then, if it's too long, I'm gonna fall asleep. Like, niggas jack off to Omega versus Okada. That match was 55 minutes, I think. It was a long, pointless match. Nigga, I'm on the West Coast. I tried to watch that match, and guess what? I couldn't finish it. I fell asleep around 28 minutes. Right, yeah. I fell asleep during the 28-minute mark. Let that sink in. Because I don't care about long matches. I don't care, man. It's like, that's why I don't watch New Japan anymore. It's like, it's too long. All your matches can't be just as long. You gotta make sacrifices, man. You gotta shave off time on matches, man. Everybody can't be on the card. As a wrestler, you want to have as much time as possible to get over, but it's like you got to make sacrifices. Your ass can't have long matches and it shaves off time on my match. You see what I'm saying? Look at things from a wrestler's perspective and not a mark perspective. Long matches are not always good. Okay. Chris Jericho said Scott Hall told him, look, bro, nobody's paying money to watch cruiserweights wrestle for fucking 20 minutes. They are paying to watch Sting, Goldberg, the NWO. They're paying to watch the big money players, not your cruiserweight matches. Shave off time from your match, bro. That's what he told Jericho. That was in the 90s. Fast forward to now where everybody's having a long match. It's stupid. It's pointless. It's fucking dumb. I mean, even Shawn Michaels, his ass was begging for more time in his matches. And guess what? That used to piss wrestlers off who wanted to be on the card. You see what I'm saying? That's what I hate. You know what I'm saying? You got, like, for example, Bruce Pritchard. Now, look, man, I don't care what y'all say about Bruce Pritchard. He knows about wrestling more than you. Okay? He's been wrestling before I was fucking born, so why am I going to say he don't know shit? Why would you question a nigga who's actually in the business and you are not? He knows more than you. You at home watching his work. It's not the other way around, but let's just move on. But Bruce Pritchard, he hates long matches. He hates long matches, man. Every time he's at WrestleMania, he always tells his wrestlers, hey, make sure you don't go over your time. Because when you go over your time, I got to make adjustments and I got to shave off time off matches after you. It's always a problem. For example, Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. Do you remember their match at WrestleMania? They went on first. Do you know whose idea that was? That was Brock Lesnar's idea. Because Brock Lesnar didn't want to sit around for 7 hours watching wrestling until we get to his main event. That's Brock Lesnar. He's a wrestler. Even he don't want to sit in the back for hours and hours waiting for his match. My boy Brock said, "No, fuck that. We are going on first." Shit, fuck that. I ain't waiting around. I wanna be on first so I can fly home right after our match is over. You see what I'm saying? Not everybody is a mark for long matches. Not everybody is a mark for long shows. I'm not. Nigga, I don't cry when divas wrestle for 2 minutes. Maybe you do. I don't give a flying fuck. If they have no story and the company's not getting behind none of these girls that are wrestling, they should wrestle for 2 minutes. Leave the law matches to Belair, Sasha, Becky, Charlotte. Leave it to them. If I'm seeing you on TV weekly and the company's not getting behind you, I don't want to see you in a long match. Because what's the point? The company's not going to get behind you anyway. What does it mean? I want to be invested into the characters when it comes to them having a long match. I don't want to watch them wrestle for no reason. Like, hell. That's why I'm a casual, very, very casual viewer of Ring of Honor. Because they have long matches that don't mean shit. Why are you wrestling for 25 minutes to shake hands afterwards and move on? I don't believe in that. I'm not a mark for wrestling. In case you didn't know, I'm not a mark for wrestling. I'm a fan of it, but I'm not a mark. You know what I'm saying? I love the sports entertainment. I love Kane, Undertaker, Stone Cold, The Rock, Gangrel. I'm into fucking Val Venus. Hell, the fucking Boogeyman. Hey, that's what I'm into. I'm into larger than life characters that are not defined by what they do inside of a wrestling ring. That's all, man. I'm done. Whoa, you know what? No. I ain't done yet. One more thing. Long matches have killed pro wrestling as a whole. Let's just get that out the way. This was the point of this whole video, to prove to you that the world of wrestling has died because of the emphasis on long matches. It has died, and that's why AEW would never grow. And just Ring of Honor would never grow. Nobody wants to sit and watch long matches. Only if you're a smart mark who follows everything in wrestling at all times. Because I don't. Okay? The only thing I follow is the WWE and a little bit of AEW. And some of ROH. But not a lot lately. But overall, long matches have killed professional wrestling. Long matches should only be for long feuds, storytelling in the feuds that leads to the match, like Edge and Seth Rollins. They can wrestle for 25 minutes because we know why? We know why they are fighting. They hate each other. They can wrestle for 25 minutes because we know why they are fighting. They got a fucking story to tell. That's it. But that's it, man. That's all I'm trying to say, man. I'm done.